Mike is back, and I have the LG Flex. Now the Flex 2, just the regular Flex. It's been a really cool device, and I figure I'll do a video on it finally. The Flex 2 has been announced, and I figure this will be a fun way to talk about the Flex with its new predecessor coming out soon. This phone's been really nice. One thing that everyone asks me is, "Hey, Mike, is that curved? What's going on with the curve?" It is indeed curved. You can see it's got a slight curve to it. I think the curve's nice. It makes it so the phone has a really cool look to it. It is made to bend a little bit. I've not tried it myself. I don't dare to. When it sits on a table, of course, sits a little raised, and you can see it's got the curve to it. Makes it so it's raised above and doesn't cause as many problems for the phone or the screen. I've not tried to bend it. People have asked me if they could, and I told them no, that's not a good idea. But the screen inside is curved as well, the actual physical screen, which makes it kind of nice. The glass is far from break proof, so don't try it. Just don't try it. It does make for better reading situations. I've been reading articles, and it's really cool because the words seem to just go away. They go into the screen and get eaten, more or less. It looks really cool, and the high pixel density is there. The screen is curved for higher pixel density. It's also curved because it's a look. It's also curved because it fits your face better. It looks really cool. This device is highly compared to Samsung's. I like the UI a bit better than Samsung's UI. I can pull it down. I have here the controls for television, volume up, volume down. I also have some stats on some games going on. There's also a number of hotkeys up here that you can click and do all kinds of things. You can turn the LED off even, that tells you about notifications, which is pretty cool. Quiet mode, many things. It's very cool. Also the UI here. This can be changed if you want to. Many things about this phone can be changed. That's another thing I like about it, is it highly customizable. I've gone with the way it looks now. Actually, I had a huge hockey background on there, but it just didn't look very good for reading or reviewing, so I removed it and put one of the stock ones on there just so you guys can see what was going on. I've got a number of different apps on here, a flashlight, some music, different things there. Has the menu button, the home button, and a back button. The home button serves as a multi-window, view all your windows button. Pressing and holding the menu button does nothing. Pressing and holding the back button will bring up your multi-icons, because this can do a multi-window view. Quite often I've done it where I'll be looking at an article, it'll have a YouTube video, it'll open the article and the YouTube app at the same time, so I can still read and watch it. I rarely do that because it's just not important to me, but it is a really cool feature. Every once in a while you also notice up here in the corner, if I let it, that it'll be telling me that I need to be looking at the phone, otherwise the screen will go dead. I used to have an app for that, but with many phones doing this now, I barely even install it on most of them. There are a plethora of apps. I've had this phone for quite a while actually now, and so I've got quite a few of my favorite apps on this phone. It's something that I've been enjoying a lot lately. It's been used as a daily more than once with my regular phone. I can make phone calls and such with it. Of course, it's got its own number, but I will make phone calls via Hangouts quite often and get people to respond that way and get a hold of people that way. It's really cool. I'll also use a lot of the Google features, play my favorite games on here. Been really into Spider-Man, Simpsons Tapped Out, doing some interesting stuff like that. Been watching a lot of wrestling on this phone and videos, Netflix, because it has a really good screen. I also like taking pictures with this phone because it's got a really good camera, and so I'll take pictures for Instagram and other places on this phone, and it'll look really cool. What's not great at is music, unfortunately. It has a good speaker, it's just not a great speaker, which is too bad. I definitely recommend this phone. Mobile Radical and Mike give it 2 thumbs way up because it's a good device. Should you wait for the LG Flex 2 is a question you can ask yourself, and that's something you have to answer for yourself. Is this something you want, or is this something you don't want? If this is a phone you do want, I'd probably wait till the Flex 2 does come out. That'll make this phone a bit cheaper. If you're wanting just the Flex series though, and you can wait for the Flex 2, it's something I'd wait for. I've planned on getting the Flex 2, but Project Ara keeps on tugging at my shoulder and making me want that phone. So I'm going to probably wait till the modular Project Ara phone comes out with a real name or whatever they end up really calling it. That's my go-to phone for the next one. But in the meantime, if I had this phone, I would definitely have it. It's enjoyable. It's something that I've had a lot of fun with. Size is also a little bit restrictive for me. It's in the 5.7 range, and it's a little bit too big for my hand. Holding this, I can't quite reach where I need to, and the meat of my palm gets in the way more often than not, so I can't get to something I need to get to. But it's not restrictive if you want to use two hands. If you've got two hands, which most of the time you do, and so that's not a huge problem. I like to one-hand a lot of phones, but this one's great with two hands. There's no stylus or anything like that. LG hasn't done anything like that, so yeah, you can't use a stylus at all, but there are many rubber styluses that are available, just nothing that's made for it. It's been a good phone, though. I like it a lot. I would definitely get this phone or recommend this phone to anyone. It's been awesome. LG Flex Original OG Gangster. This has been Mike with MobileRadical.com. Out!